On Saturday, June 25, 2011, many people in Miami wanted to show their support for clean energy and oppose offshore oil drilling by participating in the Hands Across the Sands demonstration. Originally organized by Dave Rushcliffe to oppose a bill by the Florida House of Representatives lifting the ban on nearshore drilling in Florida. Shortly after, the British Petroleum Deepwater Horizon exploded, spilling up to 100 million gallons of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. The annual event has become a direct appeal to President Obama to stop trying to open the continental United States waters to offshore oil drilling. These demonstrations are now taking place all over the world in a show of environmental solidarity. In Miami, it took place in South Beach at about noon, but some started earlier.
We wanted to tack on a bike ride to the Hands Across the Sand event. We feel that it's a symbiotic relationship between bike riding and reducing the reliance on oil, etc. And beyond that, we find riding the bike to be a very healthy, communal, outdoor activity, as is this, a community event here on the sand. So we felt like they went hand in hand. Just like most mornings, beautiful here in Miami.
I took a leak around the beach, released my troubled mind. I left my tar lying somewhere in the sand and tides. I watched the tar float to the dark side of the shore.
Many environmental organizations took part in the event.
The Sierra Club is the oldest and largest grassroots environmental organization. We were founded in 1892 by John MIRA, and we are dedicated to protecting, exploring, and saving the environment.
Oceana is an international nonprofit group that does solely ocean conservation work. Our campaign here in Florida is called the Climate and Energy Campaign, and what we're aiming to do is put a permanent ban on offshore drilling and promote renewable sources of energy such as wind power.
I'm the executive director and founder of Urban Paradise Guild. We are a native habitat and sustainability organization, so everything that we do is aimed to change the world physically and make it a better place.
ECOM, the Environmental Coalition of Miami and the Beaches.
So Surfrider Foundation, we're a nonprofit. We were originally founded by surfers. We're still a lot of surfers, and we're protecting our playground where we surf, but now we're protecting the beach playground for everybody that likes to go to the beach.
Well, we fight against nuclear power, against the expansion of Turkey Point. We're against offshore oil drilling. We're for putting tight environmental regulations on industry. We are for stopping the encroachment of industry and of the metropolitan area into the Everglades. We're for taking the action that's needed to stop global warming.
So we asked some simple questions, starting with, why were they here?
We are here today because we all are very, very concerned with the possibility of offshore oil drilling within state waters.
If you want to decide on offshore drilling instead of the politicians, come sign. We've got a petition for Florida registered voters to put on the November 2012 ballot an issue that will give Floridians the decision on offshore drilling.
Nosotros estamos aquí hoy para representar y para ayudar a esta petición de que paren de explotar los mares, los pisos oceánicos, de que le demos un final a esto.
Some other questions for the partisan crowd were, should offshore oil drilling be banned?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I absolutely think it should be banned. We have no reason not to. We have renewable sources of energy that we can do right here.
Absolutely. Offshore oil drilling is not what people come to Florida for. It cannot be done safely. We've seen that in clear evidence, and it should be banned, yes.
The drilling should be banned immediately. The offshore wells that are running now should all have to meet safety regulations, and they should be put out of operation, I would say, within 5 to 10 years.
Why?
Because fossil fuel is a dying technology.
So 79% of our gross domestic product here in Florida relies on coastal tourism. If we don't have coastal tourism, we lose 79% of our income. I think that affects everybody in Florida.
It's dangerous.
And we have another accident, imagine what we'll do to our, tourist-based economy.
Besides opposing offshore drilling, the demonstration calls for clean energy solutions. Solar and wind are clean energies, but is clean coal clean?
No, hell no.
Absolutely not. It's an oxymoron.
Clean coal isn't clean.
There is no clean coal.
Well, there's no clean coal, so...
Because it's not, because it's a big fat lie.
Clean coal, it sounds like an oxymoron.
Clean coal, no. No, I think that's a farce.
Coal is one of the dirtiest forms of carbon, and it's not only hazardous to people's health in the short term, but it's also destroying our entire world.
So what do these environmental heroes think we should do to protect our coast and the rest of the planet?
Well, starting out with a ban on offshore oil drilling is really essential.
We need to shift to alternative energies.
We need to ban offshore drilling once and for all.
La idea es crear conciencia.
One of the main things that we can and should do to protect our coast is express in ourselves, to voice our concerns.
We need to shift to solar and wind.
We need to be aware of what's happening with local governments.
Tenemos que cambiar nuestra forma de pensar. Dinero no lo es todo.
We need to get off of fossil fuels.
By 2025, the average fuel economy for a car should be 60 miles per gallon.
With all that said,
let's do this!
That was the cue for all hands to the shore. And here we go, down the line.
I'm here to support our beaches, keep them clean. I want to say no offshore oil drilling, both on the East Coast and Gulf Coast. We got a large group of people out here today, and much mahalo and love, pura vida, to South Beach.
BP's first estimates were that this was bad, but controllable. They told the world the well was leaking about 35,000 gallons of oil a day. The Obama administration initially went along with this. It would come back to haunt them.
The government calculated 206 million gallons. BP says the real amount was just half that, which would save BP nearly $3 billion in fines.
These unique wetlands have been coveted as a home to rare birds and animals. And look at them now.
Hey, to protect my backyard. I love my beach.
My name's Stella, and I'm here today because I wanted to stop the offshore drilling.
5,000 feet down, what should look like a forest is a desert. Fish, crabs, even sea cucumbers normally thrive here, and on this moonscape, millions of dead worms.
The Gulf is one of the only places you'll ever see this rare sea turtle, and the sea turtles here have been drinking the oil. Brown pelicans can barely move in their new world of stinking sludge.
I'm here to put an end to offshore oil drilling and to promote alternate forms of transportation like bicycles.
Millions of gallons of the dark poison saturate the water. This a glimpse of what the fish eat and breathe now.